I want to welcome you back to another episode of Come Tom Live. It's a channel where we encourage ourselves, where we motivate ourselves, where we encourage ourselves to become the better version of what God have created us to be. You will not lose your purpose. You will not lose the reason why God sent you to this world. You fulfill your destiny. A few weeks ago, I started a series on sexuality. Perhaps you are joining us for the first time today, whether you are single, married, teenagers. Please, I want to encourage you. Please go through all the series. It will bless your spirit and your soul. You will learn a lot from it. Today, I want to discuss on the consequences of premarital sex. Consequences of premarital sex. Um, I may mention in the beginning of this series that God created sex. That sex is not man idea. Sex is not devil idea. That sex is God's idea. And it was mentioned in the book of Genesis chapter 4 verse 1 that Abraham knew his wife. But God created this very important thing within the context of marriage, within the boundary of marriage, for a significant reason. I may mention it in all the series. You can watch it. Reason why God, created it within the context of marriage, and I want you to watch that. Today, I want to talk more about the consequences that premarital sex also generated in our world today. Number one, it reduces physiologically and emotionally immature adults. It produces psychologically and emotionally immature adults. What does that mean? Human being has designed with sense of self-esteem. Human being has designed with sense of self-esteem. That's how we are designed. That's how we are designed. In the book of the Bible, there is this scenario that Adam, you know, heard his voice and ran away. Do you know why? When God created us, the Bible said, God said, let us make man in our own image, after our own likeness. So that is how God created us. We are created in God's image. In fact, the way you look is a part of God that look like you, because you are created in God's image. So how human being we have created for capacity for self-image, and you have this capacity to own a picture about yourself. So it releases in you. So you have this capacity to own a picture about yourself on the outside, or you never perform better than the picture you own about yourself. On the outside part of you, you will never perform to the picture you own about yourself. The Bible said, as he thinketh in his heart, so is it. So what you think about yourself, you manifest. So your image affects your dominion in life. And your image is the picture you own about yourself inside. That's how you are wired. The self-esteem is feeling you have about yourself, and the feeling you get from the picture you hold dearly within you. So you have this. Some people feel negative about themselves. Some feel inadequate. Some feel like a victim. because of their past experiences, or because of their foundation, or because of their background. And some people feel like a success. They feel successful, they feel rich, and some people feel inadequate about themselves. So we have self-worth, is the which we demonstrate by the picture we own inside of us. So the images that we embrace is the one that determine whether we succeed in life or we failed in life. So the premarital sex turned our growth and our development psychologically and emotionally. Is very, very, very key. So for a young lady that subscribe to words, because women are motivated by what they hear, men are motivated by what they see. So for a woman that derives is her self-worth and her self-esteem by what she hear, and this guy that supply that in huge quantity, tell you, I love you, I cherish you, I admire you, you're beautiful, you are nice, you are wonderful. Because parents need to do this on regular basis for your children. If you have a female child, please talk to them on weekly basis. In fact, I encourage you to talk to them every day. Tell them they are beautiful. Women need that. It boosts their self-esteem and their self-worth. So when this thing is in short supply and a lady needs this thing, they pray for it. And when a guy is supplying it to them, and after the guy sleep with the lady, it's easier for that guy to dupe the lady. So the guy that derives, a lady that derives joy from that words and build her self-esteem on that. When a guy comes and sleep with her and the guy move away, the lady will be craving for that thing. He will be craving for that words again, looking for another guy to fill that vacuum. And that can be devastating. So the guy that derive try to sleep with her, and after sleeping with her, greeted her, she's emotionally devastated because the person who she was supplying what feed her esteem is no longer there, and the source of supply of her self-worth has been withdrawn. So if she want to have her self-worth back or build up again, she need another guy to supply such sweet words. She has connected to another person to supply the kind of words that she was used to. And that is why premarital sex produces psychological and emotional immature adults who has no deep root of self-esteem or self-worth. I want to encourage you today, stay away from it. And for a lady, don't build your self-esteem on what you hear. Tell yourself you are beautiful. Tell yourself you are solid. Tell yourself you are unique. Tell yourself no one like you. You are not in this world because one man and woman slept together. You are in this world for assignment, and you fulfill your purpose in Jesus' name. God will increase you. For a guy, what about a guy? The guy that has no self-esteem, that built his self-esteem and his self-worth on the cockring of a woman, because that's what happened to guys. When guys talk together, when they are when they are in the same, when they are maybe they are in club, or they are most times what guys talked about, they talked about lady. So for a guy to feel, to retain as his self-worth and his self-esteem and self-image, you know, in the private place where they discuss with one another, with his friends, the says how many girls he has slept with and boosts his self-esteem. And most of the times, guys brag about these things. They brag about this thing, but this thing is demonic. Don't build your self-esteem on the number of girls you have slept with. It's destroying you gradually. You are losing your destiny without knowing. Don't lose your destiny before you have opportunity of starting it. I want to encourage you to please and please take charge of your life. So guys talks about number of girls they have slept with, and they derive sense of worth and sense of self-esteem in doing that. That's a big mistake. As a guy, as a young guy, never build your self-esteem on number of girls you have slept with. Is disastrous. It can be disastrous. Please and please, you can lose your destiny without knowing it. I want to encourage you today, build your self-esteem on your achievements. Build your self-esteem on what you can do to impact this world. Please stay away from premarital sex. It can kill. It can destroy destiny. I pray that God will help you, increase you, multiply you, perfect every concerning you today. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.